I'm ISO Joe. He's Corey Rodon. We're here for BashBrothersMedia.com at Saints Minicamp, Day 2, wrapping it up.
I got 3 big stories, and 2 of them are actually Mississippi guys, but we'll start off with Kyler Murray because it's hard not to talk about him right now. There's a lot of rumors flying back and forth about the Cardinals and whether or not they're actually going to take Kyler Murray with the #1 overall pick.
And they're ready to come back out this year, and they know there's one goal in mind right now, and it's to get that ring on that finger. Yeah. So I think, they can get back on the mat, but again, once you actually hit that playoff time, will that mentality hold true?
Well, we talked a little bit about offensive coordinators when we were talking about Ole Miss, and I think it's the same story when you're looking at Southern Miss. You know, we have new offensive coordinator Buster Faulkner. I think that watching the offense and seeing what they can do out on the field is really going to be the main story for the Southern Miss team during that scrimmage.
Man, well, I can't wait for training camp. I can't wait to get to the next step when they're actually in pads, hitting, going full force. That's the most exciting part, and you can kind of smell it in the air. Like football's almost back. It just gets the blood going.
And all of that is great, but I'll tell you what, the Saints defensive line is going to eat that man and take off his mustache.
I love it.
Here in New Orleans, Saints minicamp has wrapped up 3 days of grueling exercise out here in the sun. It's especially important for the rookies to make an impact on their coaches. This is the first chance that they really have. That includes 2nd rounder Eric McCoy, 4th rounder Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and 7th rounder Alize Mack.
Joe was hollering for Des Bryant the other day.
Yeah, I was hollering for Des Bryant. But backtracking from that, there are 2 guys that I'm really interested in, and Rashard Matthews, who just signed with the Saints.
Yeah.
He's a longtime veteran who's been a great slot receiver for a long time, and I think he can make an impact on this team. Also, I have a boy, Simeone Cobbs Jr., who's coming over from Indiana. I believe he was with the Redskins last year. I really think this kid can have an impact. He's a name that you should definitely watch out for.
A.J. Brown and DK had great combine performances, so they didn't go out there and were running all of the normal drills. Besides, A.J. Brown wanted to run his 3-cone because he hadn't during the combine. DK wanted to improve his time, and both of them impressed in those areas. But the important part was watching them run routes.
My last call is actually that the defense as a whole needs to get better. They're bottom in the league in yards per game, bottom in the league in points per game. They're bottom in the league in passing yards allowed, bottom in the league in rushing yards allowed. It's not good.
So that opens up a whole new can of worms for this NFL draft, whether or not they'll trade back or if they'll stay there and replace Josh Rosen. So it's a very interesting story to watch moving forward. And then on top of that, now we have the rumors of Montez Sweat possibly falling out of the first round because of his heart condition. And of course, Jeffrey Simmons, the story with him. How high will he go, or will he be sliding as well down the draft boards?
Everyone is excited to have Drew Brees back out there and throwing passes. So I'm excited to see how day 3 goes when we'll wrap it up tomorrow.